All right, my people. Welcome back. Welcome back if you stuck around. Sorry, we had a little technical issues for about 10 minutes there, so we're gonna go over a little while, you know. But the main thing I was getting to here was I was going all over Habari News Weekly. We still have Miss Monroe in the house here. We're gonna go over something that happened over there in Minneapolis this week. The police released a video of a fatal shooting of a black man during a raid out there in Minnesota. Their police are pretty bad, man. They're awful. Minnesota police fatally shot a 22-year-old black man during a raid in an apartment on Wednesday. Newly released video recorded by a police body cam showed. The Minneapolis Police Department released the video in a still image on Thursday, showing the man a mirrored lock holding a gun as he twisted around beneath a blanket after being roused by officers who entered the apartment to carry out a search warrant. The incident is the latest to put the Minneapolis Police Department under scrutiny. Almost 2 years ago, George Floyd, an unarmed black man, was killed by a white officer who knelt on his neck over 9 minutes during an arrest. Outrage over Floyd's death sparked a nationwide movement challenging police brutality and bias in the U.S. criminal justice system. The video shows police unlocking Locke's apartment with the key and officers shouting, "Police search warrant, get on the ground, get on the fucking ground," as they entered. And officer then kicks at the couch where Locke was lying, and as Locke turns on an arm, comes out beneath the blanket, showing a gun held in the hand. Almost immediately, police fired at least 3 shots. Locke was not named in a search warrant, which was issued in relation to a homicide investigation that's being run by the neighboring St. Paul Police Department. Minneapolis Police Department Interim Chief Amelia Huffman said on Thursday, Locke's parents described their son as a talented musician, beloved member of the community, and a law-abiding citizen at a news conference on Friday with their lawyer, prominent civil rights attorney Ben Crump, who pretty much
handles all cases.
Every one of them. The boy's getting paid. But his family is going to try to fight this. In a statement released on Wednesday, the Minneapolis Police Department said that the man had a handgun pointed in the direction of the officers. During a news conference on Thursday, Huffman said the county's attorneys will review the facts in response to a question, noting the video appeared to show that Locke's gun was pointing toward the floor. But they also ended the man with the key instead of knocking.
But they got a no-knock warrant and a regular search warrant. But when St. Paul originally applied for the search warrant, they only applied for a standard search warrant, where they would have to go in and knock and make sure somebody was there and open the door and let them in. Right. But Minneapolis Police Department said, no, you need to get and apply for a no-knock warrant in order to perform the search warrant. So they applied for the no-knock.
Did they get
They got the no-knock, and that's how they ended up going into the apartment.
I don't like the no-knock warrant, man. I mean,
I don't like the fact that Minneapolis told them that no, you can't serve a standard search warrant.
They went to somewhere else until they got the answer that they wanted. You know, that's how they are, man. When we get into another story, North Carolina Supreme Court strikes down GOP drawn congressional map. This in politics. In a ruling released Friday evening, the justice wrote that the current map was illegal partisan gerrymandering. This is unconstitutional behind a reasonable. The biggest legal victories yet in the fight over redistricting, striking down a GOP-drawn congressional map that could have given Republicans control of 11 of the state's 14 districts.
Wow.
Oh, man, they just cheat, man. In a ruling released Friday evening, the justice split 4-3 along party lines and deeming the current map an illegal partisan gerrymander that is unconstitutional beyond a reasonable doubt. The state Supreme Court gave the General Assembly until February 18th to submit a new redistricting proposal to the court, or trial will approve a new plan. I'm hoping they get a new plan because all they do is cheat, man. They take out neighborhoods that they know ain't gonna vote Republican.
Right. And like you said, 11 out of the 14 districts.
Yeah, man. They gonna make it to where they get all of them.
Right.
You know, and like I said, they'll take out a house and add a house to they'll do whatever they gotta do. They're insane.
Oh, we're gonna take your house. Oh, we're gonna skip you.
Yeah.
Right. We're gonna get your next door neighbor.
I've seen a couple of them where it was like the people across the street were in the district and the people on this street were in a different district.
And they both live on the same street.
Same street. but they took different sides of the street just to get their Republican vote, so they can ruin everything. Now we got the first year recreational cannabis sales surpassed 1.2 billion in Arizona.
Not surprised.
1.2 fucking billion. Holy
Arizona
shit.
be chiefing.
Not surprised.
How the fuck are you drug dealers broke, man?
Right.
Right. Right.
You niggas done had like a 40-year run.
I'm saying.
And y'all still broke, man.
Oh, it's
what
not
the
good
fuck,
look.
bro? It's not. And these motherfuckers that made 1.2 billion
in a year.
Yeah.
In 1 year.
From legalizing it.
Holy shit.
I love it.
The ADA says Arizona first year surpassed other Western states that legalized recreational use of marijuana, including Nevada, which reported nearly 425 million. We smoke more than you, man.
Right.
we smoke more than you, Nevada. You know what I'm saying? Y'all ain't even half of what we doing out
right.
here.
No.
A full breakdown.
I wonder how close Colorado is to us.
He said we done killed all the other Western states for the first year. Murdered them.
It's just done.
We smoke more than Cali.
Yep.
Yes.
Yep.
That's wild.
Yeah, man. We smoking big.
We
and my last story for Arizona, we have the Republicans out here moving swiftly to outlaw abortion after 15 weeks of pregnancy, ahead of a highly anticipated U.S. Supreme Court decision that could bring seismic changes to abortion availability in the United States. Arizona always have some of the nation's most restrictive abortion laws, including one that would automatically outlaw it if the high court fully overturns Roe v. Wade, the nearly 5-decade-old ruling that enshrined a nationwide right to abortion.
Ridiculous.
I don't understand these people.
Ridiculous.
And we have homeless people running everywhere, and we talking about we need to have more babies.
Ridiculous. It's ridiculous.
It's stupid.
It's Republicans again.
They're retarded.
You're finding out what you having.
Right. Yeah. You're just barely finding out what you have.
At 15 weeks, you know you having a boy or a girl.
Right.
Yes.
That's ridiculous, man. I mean, they are trying their best. Now, I don't know I don't understand the benefit I don't understand the benefit for it. Because
I don't understand why they're doing this now, because that's already been a law in Arizona.
It's not
Once you find out the gender of the baby, you cannot abort.
No.
In the state of Arizona, if you know the gender, you cannot.
Damn, man.
Have an abortion.
So restrictive here, man. I didn't know that.
Well, yeah, it's acknowledged that now that baby is alive.
Mm-hmm.
Now that baby is a human being.
Right,
it's no longer a fetus. You can't. It's it's murder.
Right.
And I respect that.
Yeah.
I respect that. At a certain point, you shouldn't be able to abort
unless it's dealing with your health or the mother. Exactly.
Right. Unless the health of the mother is in jeopardy.
Right. Or the baby. Right.
Right.
And that's I've seen few TikToks lately where moms who have children born with Down syndrome or other birth defects, the doctor forewarned them that they were going to have birth defects or the baby was going to have Down syndrome.
Science came a long way. They can see some of these things.
Yeah. Right. They were able to tell this prior to even finding out the gender of the baby.
Wow.
And each woman has said that the doctor has told them it would be in their best interest to terminate pregnancy because of the complications.
Right.
And these women have chosen to have the baby.
Yeah, and that's their choice.
Right.
And
it's their choice.
That's what we want.
Right.
We just want them to be able to make your own choice.
Be able to make the choice, to have the choice. Like,
it's your decision.
You and your doctors are telling you, they're informing you and giving you all of this medical advice and telling you that, hey, I think this is in your body's best interest.
Right.
Considering the fact that Black women have more complications during pregnancy than any other race of woman.
They're ignored and their pains are ignored.
Right. Right. What we tell our doctors, they just overlook. They don't view them as severe symptoms when related to pregnancy.
Which is ridiculous.
Right. And it's a lot of things that people really don't tell you that go along with being pregnant that that you just find out, oh, you're pregnant, and you find out you got to deal with it.
That gives us the highest fatality rate.
Right. And not only that, women don't really know their bodies. Not just Black women, all women.
Right. Right. We're not taught a lot of things.
We're not taught to learn our bodies and everything that's in its anatomy.
Well, that's we're still a religious country.
And that's what I was getting to. A lot of the things that we discuss, including menstrual cycles, women aren't taught those in the homes. You learn this in school in sex ed.
That's true. Right.
And you go home and you try to ask a question about it, and it's, I don't want to hear it. You too young for that. Right. I'll tell you when you get older.
Well, more likely than not.
Right.
More likely than not.
Right.
And then, that's how we got teenage pregnancies.
Absolutely.
We're not talking about these things and the complications that could go along with being pregnant. And these are your options. You have options. You don't have to, I was raped, I had to.
Pro-choice.
Right.
Right.
You give. That's what it's all about.
Yeah.
We should be in control of our health.
Absolutely.
Who had the baby after being raped. You know what I mean? Some women want to do it. It's up to them.
It's about having that choice.
Right. It's the
choice.
And I feel like if you take this choice from women, this is only the beginning.
It really is.
You're going to continue to overstep. It's only the beginning. And I completely disagree with what they're trying to do, but it's 1000% a Republican move.
Yeah.
Definitely.
This is why I tell people and get out, make sure your voice is heard. There's a lot of people that's going to be marching. A lot of women are going to be going against this, and I'm with them because it's up to them. It shouldn't be up to some male politician to tell ladies when and where they should have a baby.
Absolutely
it's
not.
Definitely ridiculous.
And I definitely support everyone. Go vote. It makes all the difference. I think, like sex, that's a conversation that is missing in the household. We have the power to even prevent who sits in the seat in the court that can approve these decisions.
That's
real. Go vote.
That's real.
Understand your government. Understand the power that you have, or they'll continue to overstep.
That's real. And that's coming from, someone who's in the hip hop community, and she understands the power. And some of these people who out here rapping, they just want to ignore everything that's going on. You can still be a part of this and understand what's going on and be a hip hop, and you don't have to be 100% against what's going on.
Right.
Because you can be affected, your kids can be affected, and then those are things that you don't have any power over. You can stay negative and be against the grain or against what was going on in the community.
Yes.
But until you say something and try to do something about it, we can't affect change.
I would urge artists to take a stance. And encourage their audience to take a stance.
That's real.
And it starts with voting.
That's real. I 100% agree.
Definitely.
Do you have any story for us today, Mama?
I do. I mean, something always going on in Hollywood, right?
That's real.
When is there never not anything going on in Hollywood? So, this week, we talking about Whoopi Goldberg.
Ugh. It's a tough subject, man.
It really is, considering that she's standing for what she said is right.
She's
half right in what she said. And that's how I'll approach it.
Tell me what she said. What did she say?
She said that the Holocaust,
or however you want to say it.
Holocaust,
what I don't know.
Right.
Holocaust.
It wasn't about race.
Right. And
it wasn't?
No. The Holocaust was a Jewish massacre, right?
Right.
Jews is a religion.
Okay.
It's not a race.
Right.
It's not black, white, Asian.
What they got up in arms about it was saying that at that time, Hitler saw them
as a race.
As a separate race.
As a race.
Right.
And separate than what the Germans people wanted to be. But in all, they were just Germans. So that's why, she was incorrect, but she was just like, they were all Germans. So it wasn't a racial thing. They were all white, from our view.
That's why I say she's half right.
From our view, that's what we say. And from today's view, that's how we look at it. Right. If when they check a box right now, there's no fucking Jewish box.
No.
Right. You can't just,
they're white.
Can I go and say, I'm Christian, I'm That's my race?
No, you can't.
No.
And
I
they
can't say
they
Christian
can't
is
say
a
that
race.
either.
No.
But
so
they
how can I
say
say Judaism
before
is a race?
1940, they were seen as a separate race. But the problems come from black people because we all know that the Jewish religion comes from Africa, and we know that the original Jews were Ethiopian.
Right.
We know that the Jews that did all the marching and everything, and that were the slaves to the Egyptians, they were not German. And these things that we do know, and they can fight and suspend her all we know, but we know
the truth
that these motherfuckers ain't African.
No.
They're not Middle Eastern. If they was Middle Eastern, we would take it as they're a race. And you know what I'm saying? Because they were persecuted as one for years and years and centuries and centuries and centuries. But those people are from Germany.
Yeah, I think
they're not from the Middle East.
I think what's important, the important point in what you said is when it was happening, they said they used it as a race.
Right.
When it was happening, they were treated like
as
an independent race.
Right.
So with that, you kind of take away from what happened if you don't admit that how they were treated was as an independent race.
Right.
So she's right and she's wrong. In hindsight, it's not a race. It's a religion.
Right.
It's a way of life.
Definitely.
Right. But how they were treated was because they were viewed as an independent race.
Right.
Definitely. And that's 100%
and that's
why
probably how she should have
went about explaining it.
Right. That's probably how she should have approached it.
Right. But I don't think
she would deserve.
I don't think she knew. I don't really think I 100% think that she did not know. Because she's a smart lady, man.
Yeah.
And on the spot she admitted, hey, I didn't know that. You know what I mean? And but they still suspended her. You know what I mean? And she admitted it. Hey, y'all taught me something. I didn't know that. And
but does she deserve to be suspended for being? So.
I don't think so.
I didn't think she deserved to be suspended.
She don't deserve.
She didn't say one bad thing against those people.
Yeah.
Man.
No, she didn't.
Who did she offend?
Right. And she immediately said, "Hey, I did not know that.
I didn't know that.
I apologize."
Right.
You taught me something.
Right.
And that's what it's based. That's what it's all about
That's
when you're discussing history.
We can't keep each other in ignorance and talk about these things, for we can teach each other something.
Right, exactly.
Just because someone says something that
you may not
untrue,
agree with,
someone's there to correct them. As long as you don't stand on that and completely ignore what you're being taught.
Right.
And she didn't do that.
She did not.
She backtracked and said, "Okay,
hey, I didn't know.
I didn't know that. I really didn't know."
Nonetheless, look in our history, right? Look in our history of television and media. White people have been suspended for the things that they said.
Yeah, right.
I think this was just an opportunity to chastise a Black American for what they said.
Definitely. And a lot of people on the right came out, the Candace Owens of the world came out and screaming racism.
Of course.
Isn't this nice that
of course
she really loved it to see her get suspended for this. And I just don't think she thinks she was trying to do anything malicious. You know what I mean? I just don't think that. But whatever.
And I think, The View, they get the womp womp with the week because they just, how you gonna suspend somebody for learning something on TV while they're working?
Right.
They're learning something.
Providing their opinion on a show based on these women's opinion.
Definitely.
Right.
And it's all opinionated show. Right. So it's on the spot learning. It's not like I said, it's like she said, "Oh, nah, I don't believe that. They're not a race." She was like, "Okay. All right."
I would be interested. So when that was said, was that a co-host educating her?
Yeah.
I'm not sure. I'm not sure.
It was one of the co-hosts.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, I think it was old girl from here, McCain.
Yeah, McCain. I think it was McCain.
Okay.
She educated it on her, but hey, the Jewish, they have a lot of power, man, and we seen what they did to Nick Cannon. You know what I mean?
Right.
You can't say anything messed up to these people, man. And you know what? We need to start getting like that.
We do.
We absolutely do.
Say some shit.
Unified.
Say some shit. That's why we need to start doing. They still don't buy German cars. These motherfuckers don't play, man.
At all.
They don't. We have to start doing some of these things.
Right.
We have
they
to have our own
back
cars,
in
so
their
we don't
businesses.
Into their community.
Yeah, right. They absolutely do.
Yeah. So we don't have to buy from them. We should have to make our own.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Just watching a program with dude, he tried to buy black all day. And he failed because there's so many products that we don't make.
Ooh.
So many opportunities. Killer Mike.
Did you hear about old dude Joe Rogan.
What about him?
I think he's getting canceled because he's the usage of the N-word on his show.
No.
I think so.
No.
I think so. Yeah.
I don't think he dropped any N-bombs, dog.
Nah, he said it a few times.
Are you sure? He would be off Spotify though, bro.
Right.
They trying to get him off Spotify.
But the main thing was his COVID stance is what people was pissed off.
What's her name? India. What's her name?
Indiari.
I think so.
No, it wasn't her. It was another chick that I don't know.
It's her name's India something.
I know you're talking about, but I don't know about her.
They trying to get him off of Spotify.
I know that
because the usage of the N-word that he said.
I have to look that up, my brother.
I know.
I ain't heard that.
What?
You don't put that out as truth.
No, he's right. He's right.
Is he?
Really?
Yeah, but
I think
it was from 2012. It's
okay.
Resurfaced.
Okay.
I'm sure it circled back around from years ago.
That sounds better because
I
like,
said I think. I just thought I said I think a couple times.
Right.
So.
But he's in hot water right now. Spotify is going to have to make a decision on what they're going to do. A lot of artists are pulling their songs. I think Neil Young was the first. Then a couple other people start coming in. Now the ball is rolling. You know what I'm saying? And everybody's like, I don't want nothing to do with this. If this is a way to get this chump off here.
Right.
But Spotify's making so much money from ad revenue from the guy. It's going to be hard for them to step away from him.
I think they'll do it.
If he keeps causing the controversy that he is, they won't have a choice.
Right.
So what else you have today?
So, other than Whoopi Goldberg, our good old friend.
I think I know who you're finna say. Kanye West. Yep. I knew it. I knew it.
But this time, it ain't what he did. It's what Kim Kardashian did.
What she do, man?
I think
since her and Kanye, as we all know, they're going through a divorce.
Mm-hmm. Terrible divorce.
Right.
That we all foreseen before they got
right. Exactly. Right. Exactly. But the divorce has been hard on the kids.
I bet.
So she's allowing the kids to express their creativeness
instead of just
cope,
hanging out with their pops. That's a good way to cope.
Right. Instead of keeping the kids from their daddy, you don't be that typical lady.
Man, she's going
just
she's
don't
going that route, man.
Look at the camera and say
right. Zoom in.
But she allowed North, while she was supervising her, to create a TikTok.
Oh my goodness.
To
cope and manage with the stress and anxiety of her parents' divorce.
Kanye did not like that. Oh,
he did not like it.
Oh my gosh, he hated that.
What is she doing in this shit?
I didn't watch the TikTok, to be honest.
I watched it.
But
what did she do?
She was in the TikTok. Like they made one together.
Yeah, and that's the thing. Like she was there in the TikTok.
Was they dancing or something?
No, I forgot what it was. But it was their face or something like that.
But Kanye, he went to social media like he always do. I don't like this. You shouldn't have my daughter doing TikToks and this and that. So she clapped back and told him to stop attacking her on social media. She said that divorce is difficult enough on our children, and Kanye's obsession with trying to control and manipulate our situation so negatively and publicly is only causing further pain for all. From the beginning, I have wanted nothing but a healthy and supportive co-parenting relationship because it is what is best for our children. And it saddens me that Kanye continues to make it impossible every step of the way.
What a contradictory statement.
Right.
It is.
After she said that, I think he posted the TikTok community guidelines on social media where he has to where you have to be 13 years old to
post. You do have to be 13 years old.
How old is she? Like 10?
She's not 13.
But she's got adult supervision, so does that make it better?
I don't know.
It doesn't matter. You just wrote a statement saying you wish only to co-parent. If the father steps in and says, I don't want my child on social media, then you go
back and say, okay, it's okay for you to be on social media. Here you go, do your thing.
Yeah.
How is this supportive co-parenting.
You did not go to him and ask if it was okay, because if you had, he wouldn't have published a statement.
That's
right.
Real.
Instead, you were not focused on co-parenting. You were focused on the BS on social media.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Your children.
She out there trying to be that typical. Media. I hate to say it, but
yeah.
Look.
Hey, I don't know.
She being a typical black mama right now.
She mama.
Yeah, she is. I mean, that's what she want to be. So
that's ridiculous.
I don't know, man.
And
she kept him from the birthday party.
Right. She kept him from the birthday party.
Oh yeah, that's you know. What's that movie? Medea, was it Family Reunion?
Right.
Byron. That's who she reminded me of.
That is exactly what she is doing right now.
Byron.
Please. I had to turn that movie off when that girl did that shit. I couldn't handle it, boy. This bitch is driving me insane. But anyway.
She got paid to do it, though.
She did.
But, I mean, you know, that just goes to the side where you have to, yes, your relationship did not work.
Right.
How does that give you the right to say that although our relationship didn't work, you can't have a relationship with what we created?
Right.
I don't get it either.
That's not fair.
And scream attack and yell co-parent.
And blame and call, I'm victim. I'm being attacked all the time. You can't do that.
He didn't like that.
When you're doing things also that he doesn't want his children to do, and you're just ignoring his morals and ideals on how he wants to raise his children.
And if he was there, you wouldn't have did it. If y'all was still together, you wouldn't have did it.
Exactly.
He's been on some slight, I don't want to say slight petty stuff, but like he was just seen with like a Kim K lookalike out on a date. Yeah,
she was busted, dog.
Oh my God.
She Kim K from like Walmart.
Kanye West, he get any girl he want to.
Yeah,
he would be okay.
Crazy.
He'll be okay.
He just dropped the trailer too for Genius.
Oh yeah,
that
documentary that's supposed to come out.
Yeah, they dropped the.
So I guess he had the
he got the final cut.
Yeah, it's from like way like there's a lot of video from like way back.
Yeah, he
that's what it's supposed to be though.
Yeah, from like where he was before 90s, rapper and like
he first started,
and like when he like videos with him and his mom and you know what I'm saying, stuff like that.
Yeah, man. It's gonna be very interesting. I'm gonna check it out myself. It's gonna be
definitely.
dope.
It looks good.
Definitely.
Yeah, man. It's gonna be good. Money drives you crazy, man.
It really does. But
fame drives you crazy.
Like he hasn't been the same since his mom died. Really, honestly.
Really.
Yeah. And
like
mom
that's what
kept him grounded.
Yep.
She probably kept him grounded.
Like he changed his whole everything.
That phone call he would get, you know what I'm saying? Boy, what are you doing?
Yeah, I don't think he would have married Kim K if mom would have been around.
Right.
I don't think she would have.
These are decisions that mom wouldn't have let go down.
Exactly.
So, you know,
mom would have been like, no,
not
happening.
Yeah, I guess, man. You got anything else?
I do. I do have one more story. I'm gonna bring something local before we get into our final exam.
No, I got a couple things real fast, but yeah.
You talk about sports.
So locally, normally I talk about something that's good that's going on. You know what's happening, but this week it's a restaurant opening.
Okay.
We have Buddha's Ritual. It opens in North Scottsdale.
Okay.
They offer vibrant food and drinks.
It's going to be expensive as hell.
It really is. It's going to be in the Soho district over by 91st Street in Bell or Bell and 101.
Okay.
It's a new Asian American fusion concept where foodies are looking for creative, colorful, pure culinary integrity. Intuity. I can't get the word right, so don't mind me. But they say that it's supposed to enlighten your taste buds at Buddha's Ritual.
Something Jimmy needs.
Right.
Right.
The restaurant serves brunch, lunch, and dinner.
You know they're expensive.
They're utilizing Asian ingredients in several of their classics while introducing some twists to appease new experience-seeking foodies. Some of the twists that they have incorporated include the croffle, which is a waffle with a croissant style breading.
I thought you were about to say something else.
I thought you was gonna say a waffle with crawfish.
That's
on
why
it.
I really thought what you was saying.
I was gonna say that sounds absolutely disgusting.
That's hilarious. I just knew she was going to say crawfish.
I really thought that's what she was about to. I was like, please don't say crawfish.
Oh my God.
Oh, don't say that.
That was a cliffhanger, but I got
So
you.
croissant, a waffle with a croissant.
It's a waffle, just like they did with the cronut.
Yeah,
They took a donut and made it a croissant and made it into a donut.
You know how
so
hard
they're
that is
doing
to
a
do,
waffle
man?
with the croissant now.
That shit's hard.
So
man.
I definitely want to check that out. That is something I do want to
I
try.
bet you do, man.
My fat girl is just calling me.
That sounds so good. How much money this gonna cost me, Jimmy? Huh?
And then they also have kimchi mac and cheese.
What the hell? I don't know
when
about
I
that.
went to when I was looking through their gallery, that kimchi mac and cheese, it looked bomb.
It looked good.
It just looked like it was topped with kimchi on the top.
Now, if you don't know what kimchi is, it's fermented cabbage.
Nah. You can keep that.
Hey, look, I'm gonna try it. Okay,
you can try it.
I'm gonna
kimchi
try
is good, man. I've tried it before.
I'm gonna act like
it's not bad.
I'm gonna act like my dad right now. Where's the soul food at?
Now, I'm not. Excuse me if I botched the name of the plate, but they're calling it a deconstructed banh mi plate.
Yeah, you probably destroyed that.
I probably destroyed the name of that.
Yeah.
And they also have a kitchen katsu flyer. And
that's like that Hawaiian shit, right?
Yeah, it's a Hawaiian dish. The katsu, the kitchen katsu.
Yeah.
It's the
breaded chicken. Yeah.
Breaded fried chicken, but they have theirs on a bun, on a sandwich.
Sounds good.
It looked good on their site. Right, and they also are serving up a ceviche.
Ceviche?
Ceviche.
Oh, they changed the pronouncing of it?
They're calling it's a ceviche. The ceviche is a flavorful and colorful take on tuna tartare and ceviche.
Absolutely not.
No.
Look, I ain't sure to try it still. Look.
So you stuck tuna in my ceviche?
Right.
I don't think so.
I'm already good on the ceviche. I'm like, nope, don't even serve me the ceviche. And you gonna throw raw tuna? Tuna tartare? I'm good. But I will try the kimchi mac and cheese though. I will try that.
That was appropriate.
Keep that at home, big dog.
For real, dog.
Feed that to the dog.
Yes, I'm excited. I want to try the restaurant. I know it's gonna be expensive, but hey,
we can try.
I'm interested.
I
know croissant waffle.
That's what I'm the most excited
Hold
to
up,
try.
he's speaking French now.
Yeah.
Yeah,
man. We're gonna try it out.
Definitely, I want to see the croffle as they're called.
Yeah, I kind of.
That's what I want to try.
I might get
that and the mac and cheese. I want to try those two items.
You can keep that, but I'll take the croffle though.
Yeah,
whatever it is.
Sounds so good. After we know it's not crawfish.
right. Change that name to something else.
Go over a little sports real fast. Where we have the Suns finally took an L after 11-game winning streak.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. We lost to Atlanta. Trae Young went for 43. I thought we just was a little cold, man. We didn't shoot really well.
Chris Paul Chris Paul came out and said some stuff
about Trae Young.
No, about himself.
Oh, what'd he say?
So first off, his series against the Lakers. I don't know which season that was. But he had hurt his shoulder.
He always hurt, man.
He hurt his shoulder, and he came out on a podcast and said that when he hurt his shoulder, he couldn't play. Like, he still played, but he couldn't play.
Mm-hmm.
So, he dribbled the ball right. He had hit a baseline fadeaway, and he threw it up. No, it was an elbow.
I think that
fadeaway.
was last year, right?
I think so.
Yeah,
and
he was hurt.
He threw it up. And he made it, and he didn't even know how he made it.
Mm-hmm.
Then, I think a couple games later, he couldn't play. Like, somebody told him he couldn't play.
Yeah, I think he sat out. Yeah,
and he said, also he said something about getting a ring. He was like, if you would have asked him, did he want a ring a couple years ago? He would have you know what I'm saying? He would have been like, oh man, But now he said he has such a, you know what I'm saying, fulfilling career that
it doesn't matter.
Yeah, he's like he's happy.
We don't want to hear
regardless.
That. We need a winning out here.
Right. What are we talking about?
We want to hear that shit.
He was like, I'm happy regardless.
We need a win. We ain't got shit in Phoenix.
No.
Y'all don't have a ring at all?
Nothing.
Nothing.
Wow. We had a parade. Baseball, I think the only thing that's ever won.
A Diamondbacks to the
Diamondbacks, yeah.
That's crazy. I thought y'all had one with
Steve.
Kobe stopped that, huh?
Yeah. So LeBron has been out with the last few games with knee issues.
Man.
Yeah, it's then the Lakers have been suffering. We had Melo also get hurt the last game.
Yeah.
They lost a close game, I think, to who did they lose to?
I don't know. I don't have my phone.
I forgot who they lost to, but they lost. But, we got Brian Flores this week. He did the suing of the NFL for their hiring practices. I want to talk about this a little bit because I thought it was important that he tried to do something to try to get some of these executives, these owners, to try to change their mind. But at the same time, we all understand that these people own these companies.
Right.
And
when you work for a company,
when you work for these companies and they all white, we can't expect all of them to do exactly what we want.
Right, exactly.
Right.
We need a team. We need a black owner. It was said, and that's what's gonna change this, man.
It is.
Don't we can figure out a way to get a conglomerate of people together.
The NBA has more black owners than the NFL, huh?
Right. Well, Mike is the only owner.
For real?
He's the only black owner. Yeah. It's not, man. It's not a lot of, unfortunately, a lot of us that has the amount of money needed to be able to buy those teams, man.
Like I said, LeBron's going to buy it.
I'm sure. I believe he will.
Yeah, he's going to buy it.
He definitely will be the second owner.
Yeah, he has the, I'm sure he has the right mentality to be a GM.
Yeah. He's put together some horrible teams. He sucked this year. This one sucked.
Yeah.
Did you hear what he said? He said he's going to leave the Lakers to play with Bronny.
I heard that he would leave.
Yeah, he will leave to go play with him.
Yeah, but he sent a tweet the other day congratulating the Clippers. I was like, what is LeBron doing, man?
Midlife crisis.
Oh my God.
I'm starting to think he's like, fuck it, I'm done, man.
That's probably what he's thinking too. He's like, I'm out, I can't play.
Like last week, he just put out a tweet talking about he's going to keep playing. Because when Tom Brady retired, they was like, "Oh, LeBron James next." He was like, "Nah, man, I'm next. I ain't going.
Yeah, he's the next big star to go. Regardless of what time, I'm gonna catch up with you, man.
Yeah, we need the spotlight on the owners, so
yeah,
I think it's going to allow there to be more black owners.
Yeah.
The limit to diversity, it's gonna the spotlight.
It's ownership.
Definitely.
Yeah.
I think Carmelo Anthony's gonna retire before LeBron.
Might be Carmelo's last one right now.
He's getting,
but he's not gonna get the same love that LeBron would get when he retired.
No,
because he does not as good as him.
No,
but
he was good.
He's a Hall of Famer.
Run.
Yeah,
he's
definitely.
New York.
He's gonna go in first round.
Like when he was to this shit. When he was like New York Knicks and like the
they just never won.
The Nuggets.
He never won in the NBA. He won in college, so that's always gonna be there. But in the Brian Flores situation, I hope that at least this brings some eyes on it. I know it's not going to change anything. Unfortunately, I'm pessimistic on that situation because right now, all the dominoes are falling and every coach is white.
Right,
they're not listening at all. So
at all, there's no diversity among the owners.
No, they're not. They have nothing to change.
No, they don't.
One of the big things that
unless the players say nope, we out.
Yeah, when has that happened?
No,
not
because
even
they got
unless their ratings keep tanking. Unless their ratings tanking, everybody just stop watching them.
And their ratings was the highest they've had, in years. This last championship, so they keep going up. So they're doing good.
Yeah, it's not going to happen. No one's going to sit out sports. It just hasn't happened.
Right.
And you see what they did to Kaepernick. He can't even play anymore.
Right.
He just blackballed the man, and they're going to do the same thing to Mr. Flores. Unfortunately, he went on bid, but he knew that.
He knew that was going to happen. He knew he was taking a chance with his career.
Definitely. But these owners, 70% I'm saying is racism, man. I just think that it's just in their minds. They don't think a black person can handle the job in most of these.
They probably don't think we.
That's the best players. I hate to say it.
How are all the players, the best players, black, but they can't think the game? That's just ignorant. That's just ignorant. What do you think they're doing? Are not thinking when they're playing?
Right.
They have to run the routes.
Exactly.
I mean, like they're thinking this shit.
They have to. They have to know all the plays.
They're thinking right. They're thinking this shit.
Black athletes are. I hate it, but some of these, you know what I'm saying, best athletes.
Right. I mean, the only position that's really being held down right now is the quarterback, and they're still trying to hold that down. But we're doing a little better on that. Also, we have some great quarterbacks.
Right.
They tried to keep us out of that position.
We know we're the best. Like we know as a race, we're the best in the leagues.
Mm-hmm.
But it's the plantation mindset.
Yep, definitely is, man. And things need to change on that forefront.
Yep.
We got the Super Bowl next week.
Yes.
Who you got, nephew?
I don't know. People kept asking me that all day yesterday. I don't know because I don't know this year.
I don't know either.
I don't know.
I'm going with the Bengals because
the Rams are nice, but they got Joe nice though.
If I was to think about it, I would say the Rams gonna win. But I'm so
they have
a
good defense.
They have a great defense.
Like, and OBJ, he's gonna, you know what I'm saying? He's nice.
Definitely.
So
they're really good.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah. As soon as they got OBJ, I knew it was gonna be over with. I just knew.
I would love to see him lose.
Look, I'm sorry. That's like the Warriors. Right. That was like the Warriors for KD and all. You know what I'm saying?
I would love to see them lose, man. But
you know what's crazy though?
What's that?
As soon as we ended the show last Saturday, Tom Brady put out that tweet on how he put out that his retirement.
Oh, really?
Literally, right? I think it was like 20 minutes after the show ended. I looked down at my phone and there's like a whole 4 pages on why he's going to retire.
Wow.
Well, hey, I want to go into last thing here today. Before we get into the final exam, we're going to go into the today in Black History facts. William Tucker was the first known Black person to be born in the 13 colonies. He was born in Jamestown, Virginia in 1624, according to blackpast.org. His parents were indentured servants and part of the first group of Africans brought to colonial soil by Great Britain. And that's today in Black History for us. Thanks for coming home, boy, and putting it down. You know what I'm saying? Definitely. If it wasn't for you, we wouldn't be in this bitch.
No.
What you got, mama?
So, I got 2 quick things. Well, one quick thing before we go into our final exam today.
Dun, dun, dun.
We are going to review.
Oh yeah.
Naked cookies.
Naked booty, naked cookies.
They were so kind to send us their oatmeal raisin cookies to try. They are premium gluten-free protein cookies with nothing to hide. They have 10 grams of protein, 5 grams sugar, and 13 grams net carbs.
Hold up and smile, Aisha.
Naked cookie.
You want to try the cookie? So everyone is going to go ahead and give their live reaction to our cookies today.
Boy.
Yeah, check it out.
Can I do this?
Yeah. Let's see what they taste like. And we they emailed us and asked us to check them out. You know what I'm saying? And sent us a couple. So
as you can see,
it looks good.
Oatmeal raisin naked cookies.
Right, and this
from
is
Naked Nutrition.
An alternative to regular cookies,
regular,
you know what I'm saying?
regular
so a little less sugar, you know what I'm saying? So if you're trying to lose a little weight, or maybe you know what I'm saying, you want to try to get into your swimsuit this summer. You know what I'm saying?
I mean, bikini season is right around the corner, especially within Arizona when the weather breaks.
Hey man,
it's good.
It's good.
I know it is.
At first glance, the cookie is soft.
Yeah.
It's
bigger than I thought it was going to be.
Yeah, it's bigger than I thought it would be. I can see the actual oats from the oatmeal in the cookie and the raisins.
Duh.
And it doesn't taste like a protein cookie.
It doesn't. I thought it was going to have that chalky taste.
Because there's always grainy. Yeah.
It's always grainy and chalky.
You can taste that powder from the whey protein that most protein cookies have, but this doesn't have that.
It's really good, you guys.
They did a good job, man, on this.
Naked cookie. I don't know. I'm going to get some.
You have to send us some more, man.
I'm
definitely liking it.
I can taste the brown sugar in the cookies.
You absolutely can.
Man, this is good, man. They did a good job. want to thank you for Naked Cookie for sending the cookies through. We appreciate you guys. And you know what I'm saying? Next time, send us some more.
We'll be doing an article.
Yeah, we'll be doing a quick write-up on it.
We'll do a write-up article and let you guys know about everything that...
how we felt about it and everything, and her trip
my review
and her review on how it is.
And how everything goes with the Naked Cookies.
This is actually really good, man.
It really is a really good cookie.
For real, like it's good.
Yeah, I want to pop my grill out and finish it.
It almost is like... It almost tastes similar to a Costco oatmeal cookie.
Yeah.
I apologize to all the listeners if I was chewing hard.
Oh,
that was fire, though.
Yeah,
like most of the times when people send things like that and it's for fitness and nutrition, you can taste
it's just chalky.
You just know it's for fitness and
Like
nutrition.
those,
right.
What's those climb? The ones with the people climbing
the
them?
Cliff Bars.
Cliff Bars,
yeah. Cliff Bars.
Nothing like that.
Yeah, those are
those are horrible. Or the ones that taste like I forget what the name of them are, but they got different flavors like birthday cake.
Oh yeah, what are those called?
Yeah,
peanut butter.
And they look like granola bars.
They do,
but they taste so chalky.
Yeah,
like
they did
it's
a good
gritty,
job.
chalky. But this isn't. It's not like that at all. It's
really
and you
good.
can't even that brown sugar. It outweighs that regular sugar that they would use in place of white sugar.
Yeah, I'm surprised.
And it doesn't taste sweet, like overpoweringly sweet either.
Right.
So, yeah.
All right. Well, let's thank you, Naked Cookie. We appreciate you guys. We're going to go over to the final exam. So, Miss Monroe, you have some questions she's going to ask you.
I'm ready. Let's see
All
how you do.
So in the final exam, we give you 5 questions.
Oh boy.
You get 3 out of the 5 correct, and we'll donate to your charity of choice.
Okay.
All right. In 1993, Roughneck was nominated for a Grammy for Best Rap Single, making this artist the first female rapper to be nominated for a Grammy.
Dang. I know this answer too. Why am I like singing this song in my head? 1993.
Crickets.
Salt and Pepper?
No.
Who was it?
Unfortunately, it was not Salt and Pepper.
Who was it?
That would be your girl, MC Light.
Ah, I knew that.
MC.
Poor Georgie.
Why did I know that?
She's a dope ass rapper.
Dang. Everybody knows Roughneck. Okay, let's go. Number 2.
When Cheryl James and Sandra Denton joined forces in 1985, much of the record industry still believed hip-hop was a fad. Calling themselves Blank, the two put out The Showstopper, a response to Dougie Fresh's hit, The Show.
Oh, this is Salt and Pepper, right?
That is Salt.
That's real. Salt and Pepper's here. One of the first female groups to put it down, man.
Yeah,
definitely.
And it was that response to Dougie Fresh that did it.
Mm-hmm. Right. Yep. One of the most distinctive voices in rap, Blank entered the scene at 15 years old and first appeared on LL Cool J's album, Mr. Smith, rapping over the remix for I Shot Ya.
It's a tough one. I thought it was tough.
Damn. Biggie?
No.
Who?
Wait, is it?
Who you gonna get?
I'm gonna get a guess because it says something about voices. So I'm gonna go with DMX.
Oh my goodness, it's female.
It's a female. Oh, my fault.
Yes.
I thought it was. Oh.
I Shot Ya.
Yeah.
Yep.
I Shot Ya.
The remix for I Shot Ya.
And she came out at 15.
Miss Elliott?
No.
And it's what, Foxy Brown?
It is Foxy Brown.
There you go.
Oh, he gave you the answer earlier.
I
I
told you. He gave you the answer earlier.
Yeah, he did.
Miss Foxy, one of the greatest MCs out there, man, at that time, man. She was really doing her thing, man. She
Shout out
changed
to
the game.
Foxy.
Yep. With actual lyrics and sexual what she brought to the game, you know, and being as sexual as she was and being good, you know, was something that wasn't heard of at that time.
Definitely. The woman who rapped, got buffoons eating my pussy while I watch cartoons, needs no introduction. She hasn't released a major studio album since 2005, but she remains in the canon as one of the most gifted MCs of either gender.
One of the most gifted MCs of either gender.
She rapped, got buffoons eating my pussy while I watch cartoons.
I don't need you
And
here.
this was
I don't hear you say that, Aisha. Of all people.
2005. So I think the only person talking like that would have been Lil' Kim.
That is correct.
That's correct.
That would be Lil' Kim.
Let Lil' Kim keep saying that, Aisha. I did not hear. I did not want to hear Aisha say that. I was like, oh my goodness, when I read the thing, I was like, please don't let Aisha read this.
The Bratz debut album, Blank, was released in 1994 and entered the rap albums chart at number 11. The album went platinum, making her the first female solo rapper to sell 1 million
That's crazy.
copies.
She don't get as much as she should, man. The
Dang.
first to sell 1 million.
Her debut album, it was not The Brat. I know that. I don't know this one. It's not coming to me at all.
I'm a guess. Funktified?
Funktified.
Was it called Funktified?
Funktified.
Dang.
That was her jam. Funktified.
I should have known that too.
Yeah,
I
man.
love it.
That was supposed to be the biggest hit off the thing, but I think something else jumped off. That was a
Dope.
little rap.
Yeah.
Yeah, man.
So
She's always was a dope
Her
MC.
which one was it that she did?
Crickets.
She did a lot of songs too.
Yeah, man. She's dope.
she made some hits.
She finally
That
came out.
Funktified was flat though.
Yeah.
Everybody always knew she was, but
deserves
she
that
finally
one.
came out.
Yeah,
You know, in the last
she
few
did.
years.
Yeah,
she's
she
been,
did.
been
And I'm
more open
glad.
about me too.
Yeah.
Because we always knew it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right.
It's
Yeah.
like we always knew Queen Latifah is.
Right.
Right.
It's just
You
you just know.
Right. And they never talked about it or
No.
discussed
No.
it. Especially in those times, people were too afraid to come out, you know.
Yeah.
So
But-
now it's just
But it
different
also goes
times.
to the fact that back then, a lot of people's or celebrities' relationships were kept private.
Yeah.
It wasn't like Kim and Kanye.
Right. The social media age has
It has,
broken the walls
Oh
between
my
Hollywood and regular people, man.
and now everyday people think that we're supposed to be like,
Well, that's why we think we're celebrities now,
Right.
because we see that they're just normal motherfuckers like us.
Yep.
So we're like, man, we could do that shit.
Yeah, celebrity is now underrated.
Definitely.
You know,
it really is.
now you
Mhm.
can be a social media
That's real.
Influencer.
That's real, man. And you don't have to have any talent.
Hooray. Hooray.
That's at all.
At all.
None. So, hey, I want to appreciate everybody for watching. Thanks for keeping with us through the technical difficulties. I want to appreciate Miss Monroe for coming in. Make sure you tell everybody where to catch your stuff, where to get your music at and everything.
Yeah, y'all. Follow me at Melanin Monroe 1.0 on Instagram, The Melanin Monroe on Facebook, and Melanin Monroe everywhere else. I just want to be your favorite blonde.
Thank you, Miss Melanin. And she came through for us and put it down, a beautiful video. And she is definitely someone that's going someplace in this world here. And we will be supporting her at Habari Entertainment. And thanks for watching, guys. And peace out. Have a good one.
Thank you.
And that last one, man. Yeah, she quiet once the camera